My older sister Rochelle introduced me to her new boyfriend as the family disaster. Everyone at her birthday party laughed, including my parents, so I left them falling apart. Her boyfriend asked what I did for a living. She floats, Rochelle said, waving her champagne. Secretary, receptionist, whatever pays her rent that month. What Rochelle didn't mention was that I floated because I kept dropping everything to save our family from their emergencies. I smiled, raised my glass of water, and said nothing. But that night, I accepted a contract position in Dubai that I'd been turning down for 2 years. 60 days later, I was gone, changed my number, deleted social media, told exactly one person where I was going, my friend Keisha, with strict instructions to say nothing. The family joke had been managing more than they realized. Day 6, my mother fell down the stairs. Not badly, but enough to need help. She called me 14 times before remembering I wasn't answering. Then she called Rochelle, who was at a spa weekend and couldn't be bothered. Mom took an Uber to the hospital. Cost her $80 because she didn't know how to set up the medical transport I'd always arranged. Week 2, my younger brother Evan got arrested for a bar fight. He'd always called me to post bail, handle lawyers, smooth things over. This time, he sat in county for 3 days before Dad figured out how bail bondsmen worked. The lawyer they found charged $8,000 up front. I'd been getting Evan out for $1,500 through an attorney who owed me favors from my paralegal days. Week 4, Rochelle's perfect life cracked. Her boyfriend found out about her other boyfriend because I wasn't there to create alibis and cover stories. She'd been using me as her automatic excuse for years, staying at my disaster sister's place, helping her through another crisis. Without her built-in cover story, she got sloppy. Both men left. She had to move back home because neither had actually been paying her rent like she claimed. In month 2, Dad's small business got hit with a discrimination lawsuit. He'd always had me quietly handle difficult employees, smooth over complaints, and make problems disappear with carefully worded emails and strategic coffee meetings. Without me, he told a pregnant employee she was getting too emotional in writing. The settlement was $95,000. Month 3, the family restaurant, my grandmother's legacy that I'd been keeping afloat with free overnight accounting work, failed its health inspection. I'd been managing supplies, schedules, vendor relationships, and making sure the morning crew actually showed up. Rochelle was supposed to be managing it, but she just collected her management salary while I did the work at 4 a.m. before my floating jobs. They had to close for 3 weeks, lost their weekend staff to other restaurants. The reopening cost them $30,000 they didn't have. Meanwhile, I was leading a major project for an international firm, learning Arabic, and getting promoted to permanent status with a salary that would make Rochelle choke on her champagne. My apartment overlooked the Persian Gulf. I was sleeping for 8 hours, reading books, going to therapy with someone who helped me understand I'd been the family shock absorber my entire adult life. Month 5, Keisha broke. Rochelle had shown up at her job crying, begging to know where I was. Mom had been calling Keisha's elderly mother. Evan threatened to sue her for kidnapping me. Keisha sent me one text. Your father just had a heart attack. Minor, but Rochelle can't figure out his insurance. I knew exactly which forms they needed, which doctors to call, and how to navigate the system I'd been managing since Dad decided insurance was too complicated 10 years ago. I could fix it with 3 phone calls. Instead, I sent Keisha the number of a patient advocate service. They charge $200 an hour. My family can afford it now that they're not paying for my rent. The advocate called me a week later, confused. Your sister insisted you always handled this for free. She can't understand why they need to pay someone for basic administrative work. Because, I said, looking at my view of the Gulf, basic administrative work is still work, even when it's done by family disasters. A month ago, Rochelle sent an email to my old address that somehow found me. Subject line, we're sorry. The body said they'd calculated what I'd saved them over the years. Emergency bailouts, free labor, covered expenses. It was roughly $400,000. She included a photo from her birthday party, the one where she'd called me a disaster. Someone had circled my face in the background. I was on my phone, probably handling one of their crises while they laughed at me. We need you back, she wrote. The family is falling apart. I responded with a photo of my new business card. Regional Director of Operations, Middle East Division. And below that, just 2 words, still floating. Rochelle's response came instantly. How much would it cost for you to come home? I did the math. All those years of being their joke while saving their asses. All those 4 a.m. restaurant shifts. All those bailouts and alibis and free consulting. More than you've got, Rochelle. More than you've ever had. I turned off my phone and went for a walk along the water. The disaster was doing just fine.